everyone, long time no see. This year has been a little bit crazy, but I am back now to give you my Christmas book haul, which you can see behind me. It was a weird year, but let's get started. Alright, so my first two books are some childhood favorites of mine that I decided to buy in these gorgeous editions. Anne of Green Gables by Ellen Montgomery. This edition is so pretty. I got it at Anthropologie. Which I know is not the best place to buy books, but oh my gosh, so pretty. The next one is Little Women by Louisa May Alcott, and I love this. Oh, I love it. Look at their little faces. So cute. When I was at NYU this summer, we had a lot of guest readers come to the writing program, and one of them was Dani Shapiro, and so I bought her memoir, Still Writing. So this one will be a really interesting read and hopefully inspire me to continue writing this new year. Next one I keep almost buying and then I never did, so I finally just caved and asked for it for Christmas, and it is If This Isn't Nice, What Is? Advice to the Young by Kurt Vonnegut. It's a compilation of all of his speeches and just his general advice, and I really think it's going to be fantastic. If anyone could give a good speech, it was Kurt Vonnegut, and I'm so excited to have this book finally. Look at this cover, I love it. Love this cover, and then a really big picture of Kurt on the back. Next book is called Hello New York, An Illustrated Love Letter to the Five Boroughs by Julia Rothman, and I am in love with it. It is so gorgeous. Let me show you the inside. It's just got all these really beautiful illustrations. Okay, so these next two books are by Shirley Jackson, an author I fell in love with after reading We've Always Lived in the Castle and The Haunting of Hill House. So now I have, that was the wrong book, now I have Hangs a Man, which is a novel by Shirley Jackson. I got this gorgeous Penguin Classics edition. How pretty and how creepy. I love this. And the other one is Come Along With Me, Classic Short Stories and an Unfinished Novel, again the Penguin Classic edition. And I love them. I love Shirley Jackson. She is an American treasure that nobody knows that we have. I got the Portable Thoreau because I'm just a little bit obsessed with Henry David Thoreau. This is a compilation of his most widely read works, which include Walden, Civil Disobedience, and a lot of his poetry. And I'm really excited to have all of them together in this really pretty Penguins Classic edition. I love this. I love the artwork on the front. It's so beautiful. It's Thoreau made up of leaves and all of that beautiful nature stuff, flowers, and gorgeous. This is another author that I heard read when I was at the NYU writing program. This is Thomas Beller and his book J.D. Salinger, The Escape Artist. This book is so interesting, and I loved hearing Thomas Beller speak because he has the same amount of appreciation, if not more, for Salinger that I do. This is a book about Salinger's time at the New Yorker, and unlike most biographies, it's actually more about the environment than the person, and I think that Salinger would appreciate that. I'm just so excited to read a book about Salinger that isn't exploitative or destructive, so I'm so excited for this. Next book is this gorgeous edition of The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. This is one of my favorite books of all time, and I absolutely adore this cover. It's one of the Penguin Classics deluxe editions, and I assume that's Sybil, and then there's Dorian. No, there's Dorian, and then on the back we've got this gorgeous scene. I love these editions so much. Next is a book that I've heard a lot of hype about and I'm really excited to read. It's called Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel, and it won the national, or nope, it did not win. It was a National Book Award finalist. I'm sorry. My bad. And this book has gotten so much hype. I'm so excited and also very nervous to read it. Next, we have a book that everybody is talking about, Neil Patrick Harris's Choose Your Own Autobiography. I love Neil Patrick Harris, and this is such a fun way to do an autobiography. Of course, Neil Patrick Harris would do this. So I'm very excited to read this one finally. This next book is one that I've been very excited about for a while, and I don't know why it took me until now to get it, but it did. But anyway, here's Wolf in White Van, the apparently haunting and amazing book by John Darnielle of The Mountain Goats, and the blurbs on the back are from Daniel Handler and John Hodgman, and the cover is amazing, and apparently this book is mind-blowing and life-changing, and why am I talking to you instead of reading it is the question. The next book I have is a compilation of the letters of Allen Ginsberg and Jack Kerouac. I'm a big Beats fan, yeah, and this is gonna be fun because I love them. Next book is one that I'm very excited about reading. It is As You Wish, and it's Tales from the Filming of The Princess Bride by Cary Elwes. And oh my gosh, I love The Princess Bride so much. You have no idea, and so I'm so excited to read this. I've heard the audiobook is fantastic because many of the original cast members read sections of the audiobook, and so I might have to check that out after I read this, but we'll see. Like the dirty hipster I am, I got this gigantic book of Wes Anderson stuff. It's called the Wes Anderson Collection. It's gorgeous, like, concept art, sketches, and behind-the-scenes photos from all of the Wes Anderson films so far. And it is gorgeous, and it is huge, and I love it. This one was one of my favorite presents that I got. It is a copy of J.D. Salinger's Franny and Zooey. It is a 1955 copy of Franny and Zooey by J.D. Salinger. Yes, I love this so much. This is fantastic. Just everything about it. My favorite. One of my favorite newish authors, Maggie O'Farrell. I love The Vanishing Act of Esme Lennox. I read that last year. I read that this year. Oh gosh. So anyway, this book by Maggie O'Farrell, Instructions for a Heatwave, not only has a beautiful cover, but I bet it will be a beautiful read. This is a book of short stories called Natasha and Other Stories by David Bismagis? Is that it? I'm not sure, but I love the cover with the nesting dolls inside the name Natasha, and this is going to be fantastic. I can just feel it. Gross Indecency, The Three Trials of Oscar Wilde, a play by Moses Kaufman. Stop the Show! A history of bizarre incidents in the theater, because I'm a theater nerd and this interests me. 40 Years of Broadway Musical Flops, Not Since Carrie, and it's by Ken Mandelbaum, and I'm very excited to read about Broadway flops, because Broadway. Snakes in Suits, When Psychopaths Go to Work. I think this teaches you what to do when you know a psychopath, but it also will teach me how to deal with my future husband, James Moriarty. The Supernatural Enhancements by Edgar Cantero. I've heard really good things about this book, and I love the cover, and I hope it's as good as the cover looks. Here is a box set, The Complete World Knowledge by John Hodgman. It has all of his funny trivia books in it, and I love John Hodgman, so I'm very excited to have finished my set and to learn all of the stuff that he has to teach me. That's all for my Christmas book haul. It was a very good Christmas, and I'm so excited to read all of these and review them for you in the new year. I'm so sorry this year was bananas, and I put out maybe one video, I think. But, yeah, there's no coming back from that. I'm sorry. Next year, I am starting a project to build a library in my house, so I will have a place to store all of my books and film videos and just generally be an all-around better person. So hopefully I will see you guys again soon. Thank you very much for watching and have a great day.